Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We're just gonna dive right back into our dating horror stories. Oh,
Woo.
yeah.
Woosah.
Ooh.
Woosah.
Okay. So our next one, this one's a bit of a long one, but it's kind of mind blowing. When I was 25, I met this guy on Tinder. For the first couple of weeks of dating, we only spent time at my house or going out, never his. When I questioned why we couldn't go to his place, he said he'd been living with a friend because his new place was still being renovated. I thought it was kind of suspect, but he was super hot, communicative, and kind, and I was young, so I overlooked it. The more we got to know each other, the more he started staying over at my place, and within 2 months, he was basically living with me. One night while he was at work, an email notification popped up on his laptop. Upon further inspection, I realized he had a profile on a sugar baby website, which he had been sending messages from as recently as the day before. I was shocked. I broke up with him and kicked him out, but it ended badly, and I never got my key back. 2 months later, he reached out while I was out of town visiting family, apologized for everything, and asked for a second chance. We discussed getting together to talk when I returned at the end of the week. I ended up deciding to come back a day early. In the day, I headed back. Everything seemed fine until I told him about a change of plans, and he immediately stopped responding. It seemed weird, and I was upset but shrugged it off, figuring I'd hear back by the next day. When I finally made it to my place, I walked in to find my trash overflowing, a sink full of dishes. My bed had clearly been slept in, and there were clothes that were not mine everywhere. I was obviously freaked out and went to my neighbors to see if they had noticed anyone coming or going. They told me they talked to Tony as he was letting himself into my place almost a week prior. He told them he was watching my dog for me while I was out of town, which was impossible because my dog had come with me. Turns out he'd seen I was out of town on social media and had been squatting in my apartment the entire week I'd been gone. He faked wanting to get back together only to find out when I'd be home. The next day, I changed the locks, threw his stuff in the hallway, and texted him that I knew what he had done and to come pick it up. He never came to get it and even had the audacity to be PO'd at me for removing his things from my apartment. We never spoke again.
Okay. This my mind's been going all over the place. First one was, can a brother get that sugar baby website? I didn't know there was a sugar baby website. Brother may have to, just in case things go south. gotta
Oh
get that
my
sugar
gosh.
baby.
You are a married man.
Oh, I'm sorry. This has been the best. This has been the best 2 episodes ever. Two segments ever. Okay. Can I give a pre-conversation before we dive into this conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Just a couple of days ago, living in Portugal, you meet people from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I just met somebody that this is kind of a situation where this couple, they don't have a home. They just bounce around. It's a website for people who want to pet sit. You
Oh,
go to
yeah,
the
yeah. I've
website
heard about this. Yeah.
and you go around, go to their house and you stay at their house. And right now, these people are living in a mansion for the next like 3 months as they take care of this dog. And they're like, it's an American couple, and they're actually in our town. They're staying in a mansion. They don't have a house. That's what they do. They just go around Europe, pet setting, and they have from one gig to the next gig, from Portugal to Paris to Spain to London. I mean, they're bouncing all over Europe. They've been doing it for years, just pet setting. Everything is paid for and taken care of. They don't have any bills, anything. They're just bouncing around Europe, just living their best life. And the guy was telling me, like, oh, no, no, no. We only stay in places through the top 1%. We look at only the top 1%ers' houses and we stay at those. And they're like all the time. That's what they've been doing it for years. And I'm like, what? This was just like
I know I need
two
to get
days
into
ago.
that gig.
What a gig.
Yeah.
Years. Not
Hmm.
we just started doing this. They've been doing this for years. And literally in our town, which the area is pretty affluent, they got 90 days in a mansion. They got the run of the house, the refrigerator's all full, everything, internet. They have everything they want. They pay nothing. They're just living in a mansion for free, just chilling like a villain. And it's like, wow.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go back to this dude here. There are some creepy dudes out there.
Yes, there
There,
are.
you know what? I shouldn't say that because that's very sexist. There's some creepy people out there.
Yes, there are.
Listen, man, when you start dating someone, you got to be careful about who you date out there because next thing you know, they got a key to your place. They're getting food out of the dumpster and everywhere else. Oh no, you got to be careful with these guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those things about the dating world that's so tough because everyone will put their best foot forward.
You can pretend to be somebody for as long as you want
Yes,
until you decide that you no longer need to do that anymore.
you know what? I have so many friends of mine that are either in horrible marriages or got divorced because they put up a front of who they really were for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day they just got tired of being someone they weren't, and this was like, oh, screw this. And then the wife is like, who the heck are you? Why are you acting this way? And then next you know, the marriage falls apart or the
Yeah.
relationship falls apart. That's why joking about the dumpster diver guy, but I have more respect for him. At least he's coming out and saying, hey, this is my thing. I would
Yeah.
rather someone come out and be honest about who they are instead of someone being who they're not, because then you end up with some creep that you've given a key to your place. You decide to leave, and they broke into your place. They're living in your house. They're doing all this stuff, and I mean it's crazy. Give me your thoughts on this one.
um,
The deep breath.
I would have called the police.
Of course.
I would have definitely called the police. Even if he had a key, it's still trespassing because you didn't say that it was okay for him to be over there. You didn't know he was over there, um, and you meant to get the key back, and you just never got it back. I would have definitely called the cops.
That's why those ring doorbells are so important, so you
Yeah,
can see who's coming in and out.
my home is my sanctuary, and once something bad happens in your home, it no longer has that sanctuary feel to it because
It is gone.
you'll never fully 100% feel safe again. Um, and so I would have called the cops, I would have pressed charges, and I would have gotten a restraining order. And I probably would have moved.
And see, that's the thing that's unfair. This creep has really imposed on this woman's life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have a situation. I don't know how the whole Sugar Mama's website kind of mixed in on there. How did that tie in?
So they broke up because he was basically living with
Oh,
her at that point, and she found an email on his laptop, and
okay.
that's how they broke up because she found that he was
I'm
on
gonna
there.
defend him on the Sugar Mama site. Sounded like he didn't really have a place to stay, and he was trying to find him a place to crash, and so he was looking for him a sugar mama.
No, no, no. Sugar mama and sugar baby are two different things. Sugar
Whoa.
mama, sugar
Okay. Look.
mama pays you money. Sugar baby, you pay them money. Money.
And which one was he on?
Sugar baby. So he was trying to be a sugar daddy.
Oh no, I don't want that. I want somebody to feed me grapes and take care of me.
No,
I'm
no, no,
not
no,
taking
no.
care of. Oh no,
Sugar
hell no.
mama and
Yeah.
sugar baby are two different things.
Oh no, I ain't trying to be nobody's sugar daddy. Y'all can kick rocks. I'm not nobody's sugar daddy. Now y'all, if y'all want to feed me grapes and take me in, scratch me behind the ear, I'm good.
Hmm.
But no, that's why you're a married man.
Yeah. I was like, slow down, Tate.
Slow your roll there, Tate. But yeah, no, you know what? There's you can tell there was something not right with that guy. This is one of those things that I've always told people when it comes to dating. You should have one rule in dating. When you first start dating someone, when in doubt, throw their ass out. And I'm serious because if you see anything that's not quite right, let them go because
Mhm.
that little thing is going to get bigger and bigger. Not to mention, if it's that little thing that bugs you, a lot of times they're hiding a lot more behind them. So I've always taken that approach. When in doubt, throw them out when you're
Yep.
dating until you find that right one.
Also, my thing is the audacity of him not even cleaning up his mess after squatting in her place. Like, just leave trash everywhere and unclean dishes. Like,
Why? Okay, wait. You are you're breaking into someone's house illegally in the first place. It's not like if he brings out the Swiffer and starts cleaning up afterwards, you're gonna be like, "Oh, it was okay." He knew you're gonna be mad at him anyway. So he's like, "Why do I bother?" He
but
didn't.
she didn't know at first. She didn't know. So you should have cleaned up the place and she may have never found out.
Okay, something else. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This happens to me. This is gonna sound silly. This is a very expensive situation for me because there's nothing in the refrigerator. I'm throwing all the stuff in the refrigerator out. I'm throwing anything and everything in that house. I don't know what he did to it, what he was doing in there. I want all that stuff gone.
That's why I say just move.
Right. But I'm no move mean I'm taking my stuff and bringing it to a new location. No, I am getting, no, I don't want any of the food. I don't want a lot of that stuff because I don't know what he did, who he had in his house, any of that stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I being extreme on that one? Because
No,
I'm
I don't
like,
think you are.
I get, like the blankets and all that stuff. You can take that to the dry cleaners and have them clean it up, some of the clothes and stuff. But no, I'm not trusting. I'm not none of the toiletries, none of the pills. I'm not trusting anything in that house that you're consuming. All that stuff
Yeah.
goes in the dumpster. I want new stuff in there. A lot of people would disagree with me on that one.
No, I
But
agree.
no,
I
if you got
agree.
a psychopath enough that he's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna move into her house. I know she's gone, so I'm gonna take advantage of this. That's a person that doesn't have a lot of respect for who you are. And it'd
Yep.
be and the same thing, it could have been like, listen, hey, I'm kind of down on my luck. I know you're gonna be gone a little bit. Can I crash on your couch for a couple of days while you're gone? Is that okay? Something like that.
Yeah. Don't just like
No.
show up and
That
be a
eating
squatter.
eating my top ramen and my leftover Chinese. Don't be coming to my house. You know what I mean? Ordering DoorDash at the place saying hello to the neighbors.
Yeah.
No. All right.
All right, guys. Well, with that, we're going to close out the show. Thank you for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you Monday.
See you later.
Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to